That'll be fine. Yeah, you can go ahead and present anything that you wanted to present. And at the end, we will go over like any questions that anyone has or anything that you might want to answer.
All right.
Awesome. So let's just start off with some introductions.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Fernando Fernandez, home mortgage consultant for New American Funding. A little background about myself. I work in the retail banking world for about 10 years, and I've been a home mortgage consultant for the last 5. I'm very happy at New American Funding. We have a ton of programs that we're going to get into talking in a little bit. And yeah, that's my background.
All right, guys. Hey, my name is Derek. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a real estate investor here at ReMax Top Producers. I've been in the real estate industry for a little over 7 years. Done a lot of property, a lot of projects. We're here kind of just a little bringing you some insight, right, today. Personally went to UCRI myself and had a great time, great experience. So definitely want to give back and help, my alma mater and the students that went to the school. And if real estate is a career for you, I am one of the top acquisition managers here for the company. So if you did have an interesting, if you have an interest in this pathway and becoming a real estate agent, real estate investor, a flipper, real estate commercial, whatever real estate, we would love to help you. We'd love to have you here. We'd love to kind of train you and put you in the programs where you guys can excel. Other than that, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Matt, UCI alumni, pretty recent, class of 2019. Pretty much wanted to come out here because I was in your exact same shoes, just a couple of years ago. Felt kind of lost, not sure what I wanted to do. But then once I found real estate, met Derek, I started finding my path. And, I just wanted to give back, give you guys some insights, and hopefully give you guys some options, because I know some of you guys are probably graduating soon, feeling really lost, not sure what to do. So I'm hoping we can educate you guys and show you a path that you guys can go down and be successful in.
Yeah, real quick, just want to thank you guys also for spending some time and plugging in at this hour. Obviously, it's virtual. I wish I can see you guys. We can see you guys in person, right?
Yeah.
But these times cause for a different, reaction. So we got to pivot. So I think we're going to talk about a little bit about that today. So I think Fernando, we're going to start off, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to get started talking a little bit about the home pre-approval process. My job myself that I do for all of my clients, I really take my time to get to know them on a personal level, get time to kind of find out where they want to go as far as buying a home goes. So as a home loan consultant, as a home loan advisor, I get to know everybody in depth about, what they do for a living, how long they've been doing it. I ask them about their credit. I ask them about their savings funds, anything they might have in a 401k, investments, IRAs, what have you. We talk about 3 main pillars, which is, your credit, down payment, a stable job and career to be able to get you pre-approved and ultimately approved to be able to buy your dream home, whether it's a starter home, a condo, a studio, or a full-on single family home, whatever you're interested in buying. Okay.
Awesome. Do the renting. So
yeah,
we're gonna do a little
so right now I'm going to talk about, so the main topic of this whole meeting is going to be renting versus buying, kind of the pros and cons, benefits of each one, why you want to rent or why you want to buy. So Fernando talked a little about the home buying process, so now I'm going to talk about the renting and kind of the pros and cons as well. So for most of you guys all want to be homeowners in the future, right? You guys want to start planning now, getting ready, start preparing, because home buying process, it's a very scary, but it can be a very fun process depending on how you prepare. So some benefits of renting is you don't have that many costs up front. All you have to do is pay the deposit and the monthly rent. While as a homeowner, you might have HOA fees, property taxes, and a bunch of other fees as well. So that's one of the benefits of renting. Another benefit of renting is that you can move around. Your lease might only be 1 year, and you're like, you know what? I want to go move to San Diego, or I want to move to NorCal, or I want to move to another state. You have nothing tying you down. So I would recommend people to continue renting if they're not sure where they want to settle down. But for me, personally, I love Southern California. I was born and raised here. I know I want to put my roots down here. So for me, I know I want to buy a home here. So benefit of buying is you have long-term equity, because in the long run, everyone's still going to want to be coming to California. You know, home value here is never going to dip that much compared to everywhere else. So having a home here, especially if you know you're going to stay here long-term equity, and it's a good investment as well. So I want to help you guys in the rental process, because I know a lot of you guys are students. I'm pretty sure you guys are all renting right now, right? Just a show of hands, is anyone living on an off-campus home right now? Just you can just raise your hand. Yeah, nice. I see like
Off campus.
Off campus. Okay, nice. So I myself, I was in your shoes. You know, I came in as a transfer, so I wasn't really I wasn't gonna live on campus. I was actually looking for homes off campus, and I felt really lost. You know, like I don't know what the rental process is, what kind of papers I got to prepare, how to make myself look good. You know, so I want to teach you guys what things you could have to prepare for the rental process. So what homeowners typically look for, especially now with COVID, is they want to make sure that they have tenants who are going to pay on time, tenants who are going to take care of their property. Put yourself in a homeowner's shoe. If you had a home and you're going to let people live in it, what kind of people would you want living in there, you know? So you always want to put yourself in their shoes. So a couple things you always want in the rental application is, number one, your credit score, because your credit score is going to show how trustworthy you are, you know? How you keep paying your bills, you pay on time, so that's what your credit score is worth. And then also, what I like to have my clients usually do is I actually like to have them write a short little letter about themselves, what they do, and include a picture. Because this gives a more personal connection, you know? Like if a homeowner gets 20 different applications, but one of the applications has a letter about themselves, a picture about themselves, talking about who they are and how they're gonna take care of your property, don't you feel you're going to be more inclined to rent to that person? So that's a couple things that can help with your rental application. And I actually just helped a couple UCI alumni actually get a rental down in Irvine. Really nice place. We actually were competing with a couple people, but because we had that letter, we had those pictures, we also got letters of recommendations from the bosses and previous employers, previous landlords, and this helps build your credibility. Mm-hmm. It's like when you guys apply to college, you know, you not only do you have the SAT score and your GPA, extracurriculars help, right? Letters of recommendation help. They're not required, but they help a lot. So you can kind of think as the rental process in a similar way.
It's like rental hacks, right?
Rental hacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like rental hacks. So like a lot of you guys are not aware of rental hacks, you know, and the one thing I want to know, you know, it's very good, Matt, you said is because you guys are kind of in school right now, you guys are constantly, you know, trying to better your education. You guys don't know what's out there. You guys don't have the resources to find the actual good rental properties. You know, if you reach out to an agent such as myself or Matt, we can actually find you a great rental properties that are nicer than the ones that you can find, like Craigslist, Zillow, or apartments.com. Right, yeah. The house that he just got for a few UCI alumni that he mentioned. It's a beautiful home in Irvine. It's amazing. It's like marble top, countertop, and like I'm sure the rent is just the same as you know. I'm not sure what all you guys' living conditions are, but if you have a roommate, if you're living in a 3-bedroom, you know that's about the cost. You know, $3,000, $2,800, $3,000 for a monthly rent in Irvine. I think that's the market rent right now in that area right now.
And I want to add on to that real quick. I remember when I came in as a student, I had no idea where to look. You know, I remember when I first went to UCI, I lived at Park West. I don't know if any of you have lived at Park West, but it's not one of the best areas.
I live in Park West.
Yeah, and the price you're paying for there compared to other places that you can get for the exact same price, it wasn't worth it, you know. But if I had actually reached out to a realtor, which is free, by the way, for you guys, for renting. If I reached out to a realtor, they could have gave me so many better options for the exact same price. So in the future, if you guys are looking to rent a home, especially if you're going to be living with other students, like friends and stuff, definitely reach out to us. We can help you guys out and show you guys some options.
Yeah, so that's the benefits of renting, right? So I'm going to go into a little bit about the buying, you know, the actual process of securing, procuring, figuring it out, right? And then linking Fernando in to the process of kind of the programs that him and his company can offer you guys, right? Some programs that you guys are not aware of, right? So he'll go over some of those programs that for you guys to offer. but regarding what Matt said earlier, you know, people kind of get scared or worried about this home buying process. At the end of the day, it's not as it's as simple as eating, right? It's just figuring out what you want to eat and going and selecting, right, the food and eating it, right? So, but it's the concepts with, right, the house that makes it difficult, right? The actual motion, if you break down the psychology of it, right? I tell everyone all the time, my clients, right, the investors, right? I myself as an investor, when you take out the emotion out of it, right, and you realize it's just, hey, it's just my property, then it's way easier, right? But the buying process here is people sometimes they don't know where to begin, right? So right now, a lot of you are renting. I don't know if you're renting by yourself or your family's helping you rent. But regardless, I don't know if you're working right now. But for now, we'll go over some programs as well, you know, for down payment assistance if you don't have enough income, what have you. But a lot of people think that they cannot afford a home. They're like, they're not ready to buy, or I can't buy, not knowing where they're at, right? So that's why I ask you, seek the advice, seek the consultation, right? Go out and see if you're qualified, right? If you have a job right now, if you're working right now, and you can qualify to buy a house, I would tell you, and you have the backing and you have the support. People just don't realize that the cost of their what they're paying in rent is the same cost, or could be the same cost, right, for your property mortgage,
Especially
right?
right now with the rates.
With the interest rates being so low right now, right? So let's just say, for example purposes, let's say your rent is $1,500, $1,800 total, okay? And why don't you that can get you a house somewhere in some city, right? Obviously not Irvine, right? But that's what I'm saying. You got to figure out what location you want to live in, right? It can get you a nice house in Upland somewhere, right? And that's a great town, up and coming, right? Corona, Eastvale, right? These are all great up and coming cities. You just gotta be aware and figure out, hey, am I willing to start my career there? Am I gonna start? It's my starting point, right? A lot of people kind of get over. It's the concept of becoming a homeowner, right? And capitalizing on equity. That's the difference, right, between renting versus buying, right? Renting is like leasing a car, right? You're constantly you're just paying the piper, right? Whereas when you buy a property, I own this property. In the future, I can rent it out, right? And just a tip for you guys, right? Because you guys are so young, you know, you buy a house, you flip it within 2 years, you evade capital gains tax, right? So let's just say right now the market's hot right now. Let's just say, for example purposes, 2 years ago, one of you guys, us, you bought a property for example, $300,000, and right now it's worth $400,000, right? And you sold it before the 2 year period. That $100,000 difference between 400 and 300, that's not taxed. You get to evade that capital gains tax. So these are some things that you get to learn, right, as you go through the process, right, and you understand, right? And for the buying process is just figuring out what city you want and what's the size of a property you're looking for, right? And at the end of the day, it's like you got to look at it as an investment. But people also get tied down because that's also the home that I want to, you know, live in, or, you know, have my family, right, my kids, right? But I think we're talking to a young group of hustlers, right? Young group of people who are on their path to become great entrepreneurs, right? And I think that's why you guys are all in this club, and I think that's why you guys are at a great school, right? And I think that's why, ideally, that's what you guys are here for, right? To figure out how to hack the system, right? House hack, right? How to buy property, have equity, have ownership, and then rent it out, take advantage of it, right? Imagine that wherever room you're renting right now, or whether you live in Park West, imagine you become the Park West, right? Let's say you're renting a house right now from somebody, you and your friends, you split a house, $750, $800 for a room. Imagine you're the homeowner, right? So you can always game plan. As long as you have a game plan, you can execute that plan. You become the homeowner, and you make sure all the rooms are rented out. You call 5 of your friends and say, hey, if I bought this house, are you gonna rent a room for me? Boom, and your house is rented. You live for free. You pay for the mortgage. You own the home, right? So, Fernando, you want to talk a little about how these guys can kind of get into these programs, buy some of these property, if they can be qualified, what they need, where they can stand, what kind of programs you can offer for these kids?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Derek. That's some really good information. Basically, guys, it all starts with you, and it all starts setting up an appointment, talking to someone like me, someone like Derek, someone like Matt. It all starts with kind of finding out the information, educating yourself, getting some knowledge from some licensed professionals such as ourselves. As far as the home buying process, I'm going to go over a few different products and a little bit about each one, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's out there. Because I'm sure a lot of you are going to end up with different majors, different careers, different goals, different price points, things like that. So one of the main products I'm going to talk about in a home mortgage loan is called a conventional loan. This mortgage product is typically designed for clients, customers, borrowers who have very well established credit. Let's say FICO score anywhere above 680, well established credit, solid job, a down payment good. People have a misconception about the conventional loans where they think you need a 20% down payment to get into a home. So I'm here to tell you that's false. It's just something that kind of got misinterpreted along the lines and got passed on to a ton of people. With a conventional loan, you could get a home with as little as a 3% down payment. Okay.
3%, guys.
3%. So imagine that. It's not 20% anymore. It's not super scary. Oh, I don't have 20%, but I might have 3. Okay. So that's really good for you guys. Another product I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about is called a VA product. That is only eligible for anyone who's ever served in any of the military branches, whether it's the Marines, the Army, and the Navy, the Coast Guard, anything. After you're done with your term and your service, you get something called a VA eligibility letter. And with that, it allows you to buy a home with actually a 0 down payment.
0.
So if you happen to serve for any of those branches, you do your full term, you get your eligibility letter, you are eligible for 100% financing of a home mortgage loan. Okay. Again, with the VA ones, credit is very important. So you always want to maintain a strong credit score. Okay. That, a lot of people do take advantage of that program as well. Another program we have is called FHA. That's a government program. That's pretty much designed for someone who has maybe had some credit challenges in the past and has their FICO score lower than 680s. Designed for a credit range anywhere from 620 to 680 right now. Mm-hmm. On that one, it's a government program, and the minimum down payment is 3.5%. So again, even though it's a government program, you still don't need a full 20% down payment. You could come in with as little as a 3.5% down payment. Okay, and that down payment can be sourced from a savings account, a retirement account, 401k. It could even be a gift from a family member. If your parents are helping you out get your first home, they want to help you with a portion or all of your down payment. That's always welcomed as well. We do have some down payment assistance program as well, where they'll actually cover and finance your full down payment. Okay, with those programs, there are some caveats, there are some requirements to qualify for them. The most important one is maintaining a very well-established credit score. You have to be at least above 640 to qualify for this. Okay, but we do have programs, we have CalHAFA, we have Shanoa, we have Open Doors, we have the GSFA. We have a ton of programs that actually help clients and their families get into their first home, their dream home. They get the full down payment covered, 3.5%, and it allows them to get the stepping stone into their first home. Okay. So one of the 3 pillars, like we talked about earlier, qualifying for a home is always maintaining your credit as best you can, saving money for a down payment, and maintaining a well career for you guys.
Awesome. So, great job, Fernando. A lot of information, guys, right? So, guys, a lot of programs out there that you guys are not aware of, right? And the list goes on. So he can tailor fit the program for you guys. And what my advice to you guys is, we're all so teched out, right? These days, right? We're like super teched out, right? So you can Redfin, Zillow, Trulia, right? You can go on, I think we have a link. You can go on Matt's Instagram or our Instagram. You could kind of search your own home. It's connected through live data, MLS agent data. And you can search the cities of what's available out there, what's active property, what's sold property, right? You can start learning the market. Some of you guys might get interested in getting licensed. And you guys will have this information, have this utilization, can learn this. But what to piggyback what he was saying is, the process is now is, right, you guys be aware of how much and what's the cost, right? So if 3%, right? So let's say you qualify for the 3% down program, right? So find out, let's just say 350,000, $500,000, right? Well, I need 3%, right? So do I have that? How much do I need? When can I start saving for that? Right? How do I start saving for that? It's kind of like reverse engineer. So people ask, what's the home buying process, right? So you reverse engineer the process, right? So figure out where you want to be financially, right? Whether it's you're going to get a gift, like, and a lot of you are students right now, young, but have that thought, right? Constantly thinking towards the future. Where am I going? It's not about where you're at. It's about where you're going, right? So when we think about, imagine you come into your family and say, oh, I have this great idea, right? Who can support me? Who's willing to support me? Of course, they're willing to support you, right? You're going to have the pride and joy of home ownership, right? So if you qualify for the 3% down, know you qualify, and then we'll know how to get the 3%. And then boom, next step would be contact a professional like us, so you can do your background due diligence. Like I said, we're all teched out, so you guys, I'm sure you guys have this all at your fingertips. Google an address, boom, all the data is all going to be there, right? The schools, everything, right? Even investment property, same way, right? But reach out to one of us. Then we start looking at property, right? So when we start looking at property, we'll reach out to the lender, Fernando, right? When we'll get you a pre-approval letter, know exactly where you qualify at, right? Know exactly what type of house you can purchase. So you can narrow down your search, refine that search, right? To the conditions of the property. You want a pool, right? No pool, what area, what city, right? All of that, right? Then it would move on to the escrow process, right? Which is a whole another thing, right? The escrow process, right? So yeah, a bunch of rules, they're the kind of the third party, right? But we're kind of like, you guys don't have to worry about that. Like mainly agent and the professional and the escrow, and that's how they deal with it. So the buyers are kind of like out of it. So they're a third party handler.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of the main key points I kind of want to add as well is the consultation is so very important just to get started for all of you and all of your friends and all of your family. It's kind of finding out, how do I start? What do I need? What tools do I need? What information can I have? And when we do a consultation for all of you and your friends and family, it really is a unique and individualized consultation to fit all of your personal needs. Like I said, everyone has different careers, everyone has different goals, everyone has different price limits, everyone has different places where they want to live. So each consultation, every time we advise each and every one of you, it is designed to be a consultation for you and your personal situation, your personal scenario. And we do have a product, we do have a program for every type of buyer, every type of client, whether you guys are planning to apply by yourself, or whether you're planning to apply with a spouse or a family member as a co-signer to help you with income, to qualify for more. We really tailor it to fit your needs and help you get into a home as your home ownership goal.
Yeah, and one thing I'll note, good thing you brought that up, because people don't understand, like even within family, like you don't have to be, you can do a quick claim deed, right? If you try your lifestyle quick claim deed, so basically you can transfer title of ownership. So let's say you buy the property with your family member, with a cousin, let's just say, right, family member, whatever member, they can quick claim deed it, and then they can deed the property back to your individual self, right? When you guys are agreed, when you guys came to upon, right? So let's say you're borrowing the money, you're getting a gift, right? But they want to be on title, right? So you guys can buy the property together, co-signer, that can make you qualify, and then after you guys buy it, you have enough money in the future to refinance and then quick claim deed the house back to yourself. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then you want to talk about what you want to talk about? A little bit of the qualifying, the difference.
Qualifying?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we covered most of it.
Covered most of it, right?
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions so far for us? It could be anything real estate related. You're muted, by the way, if you're talking.
Yeah. I have a question. So I've heard of the 3% down. But what's the difference? Like, I know there's like additional fees that you have to pay. Like, but what's the difference between that and then just the regular 20% down?
So if you do a the only difference is if you do less than a 20% down payment, there's something called PMI, private mortgage insurance. And that's just something that whoever's issuing the home loan, whatever company you're applying through, that's an insurance that they take to protect themselves just in case you guys ever default or defer on the loan. Let's say you lose your job or whatever. It's just something that they protect themselves so that they don't take a complete loss in the event that you forfeit the house. If you do make a 20% down payment, you don't have to pay that monthly PMI mortgage insurance, so it saves you a little bit of money. So ultimately, and then another thing too, the more you put down is going to be the less monthly payment that you're going to have because you're putting more of a down payment down towards the principal balance. So it's going to lower your actual monthly payment. To whereas you put 3% down, it's going to be less. So you're going to have a higher monthly payment because you're putting less down and because you have that monthly private mortgage insurance.
So because you're less down, you still get a home.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
either way, we will custom it to fit your income, to fit your needs, and to help you become a homeowner.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks.
On a side note, quick thing for you guys. You know, I'm not sure. I know I mentioned earlier. You know, I'm not sure if any of you guys are getting licensed. If you don't mind, who's here getting licensed or interested in real estate? If you don't mind me asking you guys. Okay, cool, perfect. So yeah, just throwing it out there, guys. You know, you're always more than welcome to reach out to Hector. He has direct contact with us, and you guys can learn from us. If you guys ever want to come down to the office, if you guys ever want to shadow any one of us, you guys want to really learn and kind of get things going for yourself, kind of learn the industry. We're more than willing to help you guys. We're willing to work out some programs for you, referral fees for you guys as well. So if you guys have any leads, right, referrals, whether it's buyers, sellers, investors, you know, if you want to learn how to flip, like I said, me and the owner, we partnered together. We flipped over 400 homes. We used to have a TV show on HGTV. We're very good friends with Tarek El Musa, Flip and Flop star, Flipping 101 star as well. Great friends with Manny Koshman as well. We went to his mastermind. So that whole market within itself, if you guys want to learn about that, reach out to us. We can definitely give you referral finders fees, bird dog fees, wholesale fees for these wholesale deals. And if you guys come work with us and sell the deals to us. Why am I telling that, you guys? Because that can give you more income, right, to qualify for a loan, right? Let's just say, for example, purposes, right now, if you guys work or not, let's say you guys have income, but let's say we're able to work out a few deals and I'm able to give you an extra 10, 20 grand, right? At the end of the year, maybe 6 months, making 10, extra 10, 20 grand, right? Continuously do that. How fast can you buy a property now, right? You work hard a little bit, get yourself good in this industry, and boom, right? When you guys are licensed, finally, you got your pipeline full. You guys are killer agents, right? You guys can be killer agents while still in school, right? I have killer agents here at my firm that are part-time agents, right? People that are part-time, selling 20, 25 deals a year, making great six-figure income. You guys can be that, right? But it's just really capitalizing, especially right now. If you guys have the great opportunity, you guys are at school, you guys have the people, you guys are always connected, right? Imagine you educate your friends, right? People who didn't know, right, about these programs. Hey, let me know, man, I'm licensed. Refer me and we can help you out. If you're not licensed, refer me, I can help you out. That's constantly of what, giving back to people that, hey, I never understood, right? I never had a chance. And that's how we spread the love, spread the energy, spread the momentum. So thought I'd give you guys that.
No, that was good. That was good.
Any more questions there? Questions?
Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions?
For the lending side or for the real estate side?
Yeah, it can be anything real estate.
Yeah, anything real
If you want
estate.
to pick our brains, go for it.
Well, I was going to ask, like, how do we get to the position that you guys are? But you, Derek, you just told us a lot of great information. You gave us a good lead. It's a great start for a lot of people that like me and that want to like go through this path. And I'll definitely be, if you guys would like, we definitely like advertise the things that you mentioned on our Instagram. Unfortunately, like because of COVID, people have been like less like a little lazy to be like super active in clubs, but definitely they're definitely active on Instagram, so like that's definitely gonna you'll definitely have like students come out through there. And so I did want to ask more about the mortgage loan consultant more. How did you get to that? How did you get to where you are? And do you enjoy what you do?
I love what I do.
You get to hang out with us.
Yeah, we're working
Pretty much, I am my own boss. I make my own schedule. I pretty much got into this industry by just kind of networking, connections, coworkers. Like I said, I started working in a retail bank for almost 10 years. And then I saw people in higher positions than me. And I kind of said, you know, what do they do? I want to do what they do. I want to make what they make. how do I become that? And I just kind of started reaching out to people who were home loan consultants, asked them for advice. I pretty much ended up becoming what's called a junior home loan consultant. It's kind of an assistant role where you shadow somebody, you work on their loans, you learn the systems, you learn the products, the guidelines, the procedures, all that stuff, and then you just develop into your own home mortgage consultant.
And what's something that you think, like a piece of advice that you would like give to students that you think would help them in their journey to become like where you are?
Definitely always network, you guys. A lot of the times it's, just like they say, it's a lot of times it's about connections, all about networking, meeting people, saving their phone numbers, calling them, going to their events, going to their mixers, going to their social clubs, going to their Zoom meetings like this, just to get some information, just to meet some new contacts, save them in your phone. You know what I mean? Business is business. It's always a quick phone call, a quick text, a quick question for information. How can I do this? Where can I get to be how you are? And then, we'd love to give you all the best advice that we can for you guys, your friends, your family, anything you need. We're always available for consultations, career advice, whatever you guys might need.
Yeah, so here you go, guys. So we just put in the chat right now. This is all of our Instagram handles. You can give us a follow, reach out, DM us. We got Fernando's and Matt's and mine's, and then we got our investment page, Caveat Flips. And that's where we're going to post all our investment deals, all of our flips, all of our past deals. I was going to say, Hector, we can also schedule another day, another time, and obviously when you guys open up, when we can do a flipping 101 class. Where we can educate on how you guys can kind of start learning how to flip or be a wholesaler, be an investor, kind of get deals, how to find deals, right? What you need to do to get deals, right? How to be on TV, right? Find these deals. At the end of the day, people always ask me, hey, well, how do you flip homes? How do you invest in property? That's what we're gonna go over, flipping 101. So I think we can have that, right? I think that'd be a good class.
Yeah.
And then you can probably go over some hard money loans. So he can talk about hard money loans. If you guys didn't know about that, he'll go over that flipping 101 class, hard money loans.
But then,
And from here until then, if you guys yourselves, or if you guys have any friends or family who are interested in buying a home, selling a home, refinancing a home, please reach out to myself, Derek, Matt. Let us know. We'd love to help your referrals. And like Derek said, we would love to help you guys with the finder's fee as well. Little side cash for you guys for the referral.
yeah. And then I wanted to add on to what Fernando said earlier about how you can learn more. Like for me, just reach out to alumni, because I'm sure you guys have alumni connections in whatever club or organization you guys are in. Just reach out to as many alumni as you can, because that way you can kind of pick their brains, because all of them do a little, like real estate's a huge industry. There's so many different parts. Like maybe investment is what you want to do or you don't want to do, but the only way you find out is if you reach out to people and learn. So for me, I literally went through LinkedIn, went through all the Facebook pages. I think I called something like 20 different alumni. Like I met one alumni who was working at Netflix doing real estate. Like who would have thought you could do real estate at Netflix, There's a bunch of different avenues of real estate. And the only way you're gonna learn is just to reach out to alumni and just ask questions. Like, you don't know how many of them told me like, oh, wow, like we really appreciate you actually reaching out to us, because no one ever does that, Like all these alumni, they've gone through the process. They have like a wealth of knowledge and no one's there picking their brain, And if you're the one picking the brain, like you can learn.
Yeah. To piggyback that, all you gotta do, guys, is just ask and really just try. That people work, like I don't know, like I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm always transparent. I always try to teach as many people as I can. I think Fernando's the same, right? You guys just gotta have a willingness, right? The willingness to learn. Like last piece of advice for you guys would be like, hey, for those 4 of you guys getting licensed right now, start filling your pipeline. Start posting, right? Hey, I'm studying for my license. Hey, about to be licensed. Hey, about to be in real estate. Post emojis, right? Post GIFs or GIFs, however you pronounce them, right? Hey, real estate, right? Home buying. Hey, need a house? Boom. Looking to buy a house, right? That's the only thing, because you're not licensed, the only thing you cannot say is price per square foot or anything about price, right? But it does not restrict you from saying, hey, I'm an investor looking for property. It doesn't restrict you from saying, hey, are you interested in looking for a house, right? As long as you're not branding yourself, I'm an agent, or as you can say, hey, I'm about to be an agent, about to be in real estate, about to start in real estate. That's a ways for you that you could go and be about filling your pipeline, right? Filling up the funnel, right? So that by the time you do get licensed, when you are licensed, you have a bunch of sales already coming along, right? People ready to go. People, you're ready to show homes. You're ready to go ahead and go out and make those sales. And then you can reach out to people like Fernando, right? Or of course, you're gonna reach out to Fernando, right? To help you with the loan, get you the best program.
And at any time that you guys are networking and you happen to come across a good lead or a good client or so, a good broker, if you guys have any questions about the scenario that you were talking about, feel free to give the three of us a call. We'll get you guys going in the right direction and get you the best advice.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like, people are always like contemplating, like, they're like, oh, what should I do? How should I do it? And then they don't end up doing it.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's when I first told you, right? When you first asked me, it's like, how do I get into, how do I get into real estate, renting versus buying, or even for you guys, 4 of you guys that are getting licensed right now, how am I gonna get into real estate? Oh, where am I gonna get my clients from? Like, what am I gonna do? We're in COVID right now. Well, hey, we live in a technology world, right? Start posting, start advertising, start branding yourself, right? Whatever. Let's just use Hector as an example, right? Hector Homes, right? HH, brand that, right? That's the logo right there, HH.
That's a good one.
Right? You see what I'm saying? As long as you guys got to put the mindset to it, right? It's all about the clarity of where you guys see yourself, right? Whether it's next year, whether it's 3 years from now or 5 years from now. Well, hey, real estate, you're going to start a career in real estate. You can start it part-time, right? And I told you, you can start by, going out, learning the process, right? Yeah. Finding referrals, learning, be a wholesaler, bird dog, get these finder's fees, save up, become an investor. And then for those 4 of you getting licensed, right? Get the pipeline full, right? Hey, Hector, I didn't know you're doing real estate. Hey, I might be interested in maybe 3 years, 2 years from now. All right, perfect. I save down their number, write it down, right? Start building a database for yourself. Have an Excel sheet, right? For those 4 of you getting licensed. And for those of you who are not getting licensed yet or might be interested in getting licensed, you can start by getting referrals and you'll be like, oh shoot, I just got $5 grand for this? Oh shoot, you can give me $10,000 for this deal? Of course. If the numbers work, I'll pay you $10,000. Right? You go home with $10,000, like, wow, I just made $10,000 just by giving Derek and Fernando and Matt and his team a deal. Oh, let's get some more deals. Let's get licensed. And that's another conversation, right? But you guys got to see that, hey, there's a bunch of money out there. But it's about helping people. It's about helping them, right? Renting versus buying. So wrap it up.
No, I just wanted to add on to that. Honestly, like the biggest thing is just get started. Just start somewhere, because most of the time you can just get stuck in your head. A lot of what if scenarios. Like I myself was in that same position. Like before starting real estate, I was like, dude, is this what I want to do? Like, where am I gonna do? And then, excuse my language, but I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just jump in. Like we're all young, you guys are like in your early 20s. Like you have so much time, It's okay to spend 1 year trying real estate. If you find out you don't like it, that's cool. But you probably learned so much experience, probably met so many people just from that experience that it might help you with your different career. But the biggest thing I just want to say is just start somewhere,
Yeah. And the worst thing that'll happen, you'll educate yourself about the home buying process.
Exactly.
So even if you don't want to be a home mortgage consultant or a realtor, at least you'll know about the home buying process for when you are ready to buy a home at the career of your choice.
Yeah.
So
because at the end of the day, everyone buys a house.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Everyone buys a house.
The American dream, home ownership, owning property, owning real estate, owning land, making it your own, designing it to be your own. And guys, it's never too early to start. It's never too late to start. Yeah. It's always the right time to start, no matter what day and time it is.
Exactly.
Wow, well said, brother. Well said.
So thank you guys very much. We appreciate you guys joining us. Before we do go, any last questions? All right. We'll be back to our next seminar, and hopefully you guys can join us again. Thank you all for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys. Hector, so we'll be in touch, okay?
Okay, I really appreciate you guys coming out. It was great, super informative, and we'll definitely send you the copy of this.
Thank you.
Yeah, send it over. All right, you guys
have a great evening, guys. Have a great year. Kill it.
All right. Cool. Yeah, if any of you are interested in what they said, I can give you their information. They put their Instagrams on the chat, and they're really nice guys, and they're UCI alumni. So yeah, I think we're done with this meeting. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Hector. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you,
All right.
everyone.
Have a great rest of your night.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Bye.